What would you do if your entire future depended on one judge's decision, while your past mistakes are laid bare in front of everyone? In this courtroom, a woman stands accused, but her story is far more complicated than the charges against her. From alleged violence to losing custody of her own children to trying to rebuild her life from rock bottom. But the real question is she truly changing or just saying what the court wants to hear? Stay till the end, because what the judge decides next could either save her life or destroy what little she has left.
All right. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No.
All right. So what started this argument? What's the argument about?
Um, so this lady was upset with me because I was assaulted by her boyfriend. He hit me with a gun from behind and called in this aggravated robbery. Said that I held a gun, took her phone, and her makeup.
Okay. And I see what the witnesses are saying as well. So what is up with the tattoos, the writing over the eyes? Whose name is that?
I have two kids. It's my son and my daughters. I've I've failed as of yet to be a mom that I really want to be for my kids, and I feel somewhat this is a way I can express to them that I love them. It's silly in part, but maybe if they see something, they know that my mistakes are not towards them, and the love that I have for them is just bad choices that I've made.
All right. And how old are your children?
9 and 12. My parents have adopted them in the state of Texas so they could go to college. Have a good,
Well,
stable home.
they adopted them so they could go to college, but you're right, that last part for them to have a stable home.
Yes.
Do you have
I
any
talked
plans to
them-
have any more children?
No, I'm done. But I've taken parenting and I've done a lot of things while in TDC, and I went to college in TDC and I got an associates in horticulture, and I'm in their lives, and I can't just go in and rearrange everything that my parents have
No.
done. I don't have that right. So I'm grateful that my mom and dad allow me to co-parent with them, and slowly but surely I will re-enter their lives and use my mistakes as an example of things I've made a pathway for them not to experience.
All right. And what is the tattoo on your chest about?
It's a cover up. I've like I said, I've made poor choices, and it's a name that I want to be covered up.
Any gang affiliation with you?
No, Your Honor.
Drug use?
No, Your Honor.
So why did Child Protective Services come in?
Well, my parents adopted my kids 7 years ago, and at that time I was on a bad route.
All right. So what drugs were you using at that time?
I was smoking marijuana.
CPS does not. I did a lot of CPS cases. There is more going on than smoking marijuana. What else was going on?
No, I was just smoking marijuana, but I was in a very bad relationship with my daughter's dad, and that was another factor to bring into the.
And what's that father's name?
Eduardo Sotelo, but he's dead, and he rests in peace.
All right.
He died of a OD on synthetic marijuana. His heart exploded 3 years ago.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's a $1,500 fine. It will be probated. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Random regular UAs. We can do a gang evaluation. Field visits. One time per month until further notice. And probation, once you all start doing the field visits, you all can always send me something if you wish to discontinue that. But for now, it's going to be one time per month until further notice. 200 hours of community service restitution. 8 years deferred adjudication. Anger management. Probation, is there anything else she needs? We'll do a TAP evaluation, and the TAP evaluation can be done out of custody. And follow TAP recommendations. If they recommend inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. And I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Anything else, probation? All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Judge, we're just going to ask if she chooses to continue her academic career, could some of those hours be used for community service?
Yes. But I will tell you this, if you're continuing with your academic career in this court, you must be doing at least 8 hours per semester.
Your Honor, is there any local parenting classes that you could refer me to?
Yes.
There's always.
All right. Well, I'll add parenting classes. And if she completes when she completes the parenting classes, we can knock off 100 hours of community service restitution.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you need from the court?
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. In this court, probation is not easy. That's what the deputies tell me all the time.
But it's doable.
It's
very doable.
It's doable. So if there's an issue, discuss it with your probation officer. If you feel like they're not addressing it, you can always come to court and we will address it here.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. All right, you're welcome. All right. On Blunt, today is plea deadline day. So what is happening?
Judge, we did discover that there was a cell phone extraction done in the case, and we don't have a copy of that. I've given the state a hard drive, a flash drive, for them to download a copy of that for us. So, I mean, until we have that, we're not able to fully confer and about any type of offer. So I would like one more setting. We can wait. We can get a copy of that from the state, and we'll have that at the next.
Okay, so here's the court's problem, and I know you're new here. This case has been on our docket since 2021 of March. So why is the phone dump just now occurring here in 2023, almost 2024? Why is that just now being brought up?
Well, I can tell you, Judge Charles Funk just got hired in September, so we've been going through all the discovery and everything that we have, and it was today when I looked through the file with the state, there is a phone dump that we're not in possession of.
And Judge, I can get started on getting her a copy as soon as I have time to run up and get a disk drive. I can start the process of dumping it on the USB drive that she gave me. I'm not sure what took it so long for the phone dump to get in the file, but it looks like it got into the file sometime after March 29th of this year, Judge. So I can make sure they get a copy of it as soon as possible.
All right. So is this the only discovery?
I believe so, yes.
As far as I know, Judge.
All right.
This wasn't just a sentencing. It was a second chance. But here's the truth. Not everyone who gets a second chance actually deserves one. Do you think the judge made the right call? Or was this a mistake waiting to happen? Backhand index pointing down, drop your opinion in the comments, because your voice matters. And if you're into real, raw courtroom stories that reveal the truth behind crime, justice, and human choices, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next case we cover might shock you even more.